Good morning, students. We are glad to meet you through the e-learning program of Jaffna Hindu College. In today's lesson, we are going to go through the active voice and the passive voice, which is a main grammar lesson for your GCE O-level English subject. From grade 8, you have been studying active voice and passive voice. First of all, we should recall what you have studied, how the active voice is changed into passive voice, and what is active voice. What is active voice? Actually, a sentence contains a subject, verb, and an object. It is the sentence statement order. The normal or usual order is that. The subject. What is a subject of a sentence? The answer for the question who or what will be the subject of a particular sentence. When the subject of the sentence performs the action is stated as verb. A sentence must contain a verb. So, when the subject performs that action, when we give importance to the subject, who does that or what did that, we write the sentence in the active voice. The active voice is very strong, direct, and it has a clear tone. It is straightforward. It straightforwardly says, who does this? The person who performed the action is mentioned here. Right. Look at the example. Monkeys adore bananas. Who? Monkeys. Here, this is the subject. The answer for who is monkeys. So, the subject is monkeys here. What do they do? Adore. So, this is the verb here. When questioning or what or to whom with the verb, it gives the answer object. When questioning what with the verb, what do monkeys adore? What do they adore? The bananas. This is the object. So, mostly the sentences contain objects. Look at the second one. The cashier counted the money. It is in past tense. Who? The cashier. This is the subject. The verb, what did he do? Counted. It is the verb here. And ask the question with the verb. What did he count? What did he count? The money. This is the object here. So, this is a statement word order or sentence word order. Subject, verb, and an object. If a sentence begins with a subject and giving importance to the subject, it is in active voice. Here are some more examples. The boy watches the stars. Who? The boy. So, it is the subject. What does he do? He watches. It is the verb. What does he watch? It is the object, the stars. So, asking questions to whom or what with the verb gives the object to you. Second one. My mom waters the flowers. Who? My mom. So, it is the subject. What does she do? Waters. It is the verb. And what does she water is the object, the flowers. In an active voice sentence, a subject does an action that affects an object. The subject does the action that is mentioned in the active voice, and in the passive voice. When we emphasize the action more than the subject can be said as doer here, because the person does that action, so we can call him the doer. So, in passive voice, the action performed is given more important than the doer. Doer is not important here. Sometimes we don't know the doer, or sometimes the doer is obviously known, but it is not important. For example, Lo was the law was implemented. It is in passive voice. Who, we everybody know the government implements the law. So, there is no need to mention the subject here, but the action performed is important for us. What happened? The law was implemented. So, the performed action is given importance here, but not the subject. And sometimes the doer will be unknown. Here the doer is obviously known by everyone, so we did not mention the doer. Sometimes the doer is unknown. For example, the bank was robbed. Can you imagine who robbed the bank? We don't know. So, the doer is unknown. If the doer is unknown, we can use the passive voice. The bank was robbed. It is not straightforward, but passive voice is weaker than the active voice. Active voice is strong and straightforward. Passive voice is subtle and weaker. Right. When we emphasize the action more than the subject performing it, the action is more important. The subject performing the action is obvious or unknown. The subject is obvious or unknown. And we avoid the subjects as someone, nobody, somebody. We avoid those subjects when writing active voice, because it is not clear when writing. When changing the active voice into passive voice, what is the change made? The important thing we should notice is the be verb plus past participle. We should add a be verb and a past participle of the main verb of the active sentence. So, the be verb is important and the past participle is the another one. Here is another difference, the active and passive. The active says what the subject does, and the passive says the focus is on the action. Look at the example sentence, Ram killed Ravan. Here we state that who did that. The doer is given important. Ram killed Ravan. Who? Ram. The second one, Ravan was killed. So, the importance was given for this one. Ravan was killed. The importance is given to the action, not for the doer. In active voice, first there is subject and then object, and in passive voice, the object comes before and the subject follows after. Example, Amit plays football. Who? Amit, this is the subject. What does Amit do? Is verb, plays, and what does he play is football. This is the object. And when we change it into passive, the object comes to the beginning, football. The be verb is plus the past participle of the main verb, played, and the doer is annexed using the preposition by. We use by to say the doer in the passive voice. And in active voice we use the direct pronoun, and in passive voice we use the indirect pronoun. They come as subject pronoun in active voice and come as object pronoun in passive voice. Now, let us look. Can all the verbs change into passive? Can all the sentences be changed into passive? No. What can't we change? The intransitive verbs. What is an intransitive verb? A verb carries an object. Mostly the verbs carry the object. They give answer to the question words what or to whom with the verb. Sometimes they do not give answer when we ask question what or to whom with the verb. If they don't give that answer, we say them intransitive verb. For example, walk. What do you walk? Can you get any answer? Or to whom do you walk? Can you get any answer? No. Jump. What did you jump, or what do you jump? Is there any answer? No. To whom did you jump? Is there any answer? No. Like that, sleep. What did you sleep, or to whom did you sleep will not give you the answer. These verbs are called intransitive verbs. So, the verb that does not carry an object is called intransitive verb. In passive voice, we need an object. So, if the verb does not carry an object, we can't change it into passive voice. Look at the difference between look at some examples for transitive verb and the intransitive verb. Cook. Mother cooks delicious food. Who? Mother. Cooks. What does she cook? The answer is delicious food. So, the answer, this is the object. Look at the second one. Play. Ravi plays football every day. What does Ravi play? The answer is football. So, it carries the object football. So, it can be changed into passive voice. The third one, these girls sing well. What do they sing? The answer is not given here. The the adverb well is used, but what do they sing can give you an answer. It is not mentioned here, but you can get an answer. What do they sing? Songs or hymns. So, we assume that there will be an answer, and we can put an answer songs, and we can change it into passive voice. What do they sing? Songs. So, I can put an answer for that verb. Sometimes the object is hidden, but we can get an object to change them into passive voice. So, we can change it into passive voice. It is a transitive verb. So, don't worry if they don't give you the object, you can put a suitable object there. My pen friend sends me letter every month, right? What does who? My pen friend, subject. What does she do? Sends, the verb. But does she send letters? This is the object. To whom does she send? That also gives you answer here. To whom does he send? To me. So, this is also an object. It gives answer to both questions. This sentence gives answer to both questions. So, it has two objects. This sentence has two objects. When we question what does my friend send, the answer is letters. And to whom does my friend send letter? The answer is me. So, we can get two objects here. Like these verbs are called ditransitive verbs. They are called, here the send acts as ditransitive verb. That means they give two objects in one sentence. Ditransitive verbs. So, you can make two passive form here. When bringing the letters to the beginning, you will get letters, simple present tense, plural. So, the be verb is are. The past participle of write is written by my pen friend to me. This is the first passive form when I consider the letters as the object. And if I consider that me as an object, when I consider me as an object, when I bring it to the beginning, I have to change it as the subject. So, me is the object pronoun, and when I bring it to the beginning, it changes at subject pronoun I. I is the subject pronoun of me. I. What is the be verb for I used in present tense is I am sent, past participle of send, sent. What was I am sent? Letters by my pen friend. These are the two forms of passive voice when we see a ditransitive verb. Look at the fifth one, clean. My father is cleaning the room. It is in present continuous tense. Who? My father. What is he doing? Is cleaning. So, the verb is cleaning. But is he cleaning? The answer is the room. So, this is the object. So, the verb clean carries the object. So, it can be changed into passive voice. It is transitive verb. Now, look there, the intransitive verb. Swing. The monkey swings from the tree. It swings from the tree. But what does the monkey swing? Can you get an answer? No. It swings from the tree, not it. But what does the monkey swing will not give you an answer, or to whom does monkey swing will not give you an answer. So, the verb swing does not carry an object. Bark. The dog barks at the stranger. So, what does the dog bark? Can you get an answer? No. To whom does the dog bark? There is no answer. So, the bark is an intransitive verb. He is going to the park. What is he going to? Can you get an answer? Or to whom is he going to? It will not give you the answer. So, it is an intransitive verb. The children come to school. What do they come? What do the children come? Or to whom do the children come? Will not give you the answer. They are sleeping. What are they sleeping? Or to whom are they sleeping? Will not give you the answer. So, they do not carry the object with them. So, they are called intransitive verb. These intransitive verbs cannot be changed as passive voice. When changing the active voice into passive voice, the pronouns are changed. I think you all have this grid. The first person singular I changes as me. The first person plural we changes as us. The second person singular and plural active voice you, and the passive also the you. And third person singular he changes as him. The third person singular she changes as her. The it remains as it, and the third person plural they changes into them. This is how the pronouns are changed when we change into passive voice. You should memorize it. The subject pronoun changes as object pronouns. For simple present tense, in today's lesson we are going to look through we are going to go through only the present tense, simple present, present continuous and the present perfect. First, for simple present tense, how the active voice is changed into passive voice. When changing into passive, the verb form is am, is or are. Am is used when the subject is I. Is used for he, she, it or any singular form. And are is used for we, they, you or for any plural form. If the subject is plural, we should use are. If it is singular, we should use is, and if it is I, we must use am. Plus past participle. This is the be verb and the past participle. When we change into passive voice, we use be verb with the past participle. How to change? Ramanan draws beautiful pictures. This is an active sentence. Who? Ramanan. So, the subject is Ramanan. What does he do? Is the action, that is the verb draws. It is in simple present tense. What does he draw? Is beautiful pictures. This is the object. So, when changing into passive voice, the object should be brought forward. So, the beautiful pictures come here. The beautiful pictures. It is in plural. So, the be verb for simple present tense used is are. Beautiful pictures are, plus the past participle of the main verb. The past participle of draw is drawn. Draw is an irregular verb. So, the past participle of draw is drawn, and by Ramanan, the doer is next by using by. So, in the passive voice, the focus is on the object and the action performed. What is the action performed here? Beautiful pictures are drawn. There is no importance for Ramanan. Another example here, the squirrel is chased by the dog. Here I give the focus on the squirrel, not on the dog. So, the focus is on the object and the performed action. The squirrel is chased is important here, not by whom is not important here in passive voice. Another example, John washes the car every day. Who? John, it is the subject. What does he do? Is the verb washes. What does he wash? Is the object, it is the car. So, the object is brought here, the car, simple present tense, and the object is singular here. So, the be verb is plus past participle of the main verb washed. It is a regular verb, past participle is washed by John every day. Here the doer is not given the importance. This chart depicts that how the active voice is changed as passive voice in present tense. For simple present, look at the verb present or presents. Sometimes it accompanies with the helping verb does and sometimes with do. If the subject is singular, it will be presents. If the subject is plural, it will be present. It is changed as the be verb I am, is, or are. It depends on the object I am, is, or are plus the past participle of the main verb present. And for present continuous, in active voice we use the be verb plus present participle is calling, are calling, or I am calling. It is with be verb plus present participle. It is changed into be verb plus being. Already there is the be verb. This I am, is, are is already there. When we change into passive voice, we should add a be plus past participle. So, we add a be and change it as present participle and change the main verb into past participle. So, being is added there and the main verb is changed into past participle. And for present perfect, has or have plus past participle is the active form, and when we change it, we have to add a be plus past participle. So, already the main verb is in past participle form. So, we do not change it, but when we add the be verb, change it into past participle and add it as been, has been plus past participle, or have been plus past participle is used here. Another example, present simple. How does one pronounce his name? This is the question. How is his name pronounced? Adi is helping Tara. It is in present continuous. So, Tara is being helped by Adi. Kid has served dinner. The object is here. Dinner has been served by kids. When changing the negative sentences, Kamal does not use mobile phones. Actually, the does plus use was uses there, and when we negate it, when we make it a negative, we separate the does from the use and make it as a negative, does not. So, imagine that it is uses plus not and change it as the users mobile phones. So, the mobile phones is the object, mobile phones plural and simple present tense. So, the be verb is are, mobile phones are, the past participle of use is used. It is negative, so we put the not for this be verb. So, now the mobile phones are not used by Kamal. So, the negative is added to the helping verb or be verb found there. They haven't bought a new house. Really, it is this have bought plus not. So, the object who, they, what have they done? Haven't bought a new house. What haven't they bought? A new house. So, this is the object. So, the object is brought here, a new house. Singular, so has plus been plus past participle. It is already the past participle has been bought, but it is negative. So, I add the not here. Hasn't been bought by them. I am changing the questions into passive voice. When we change the questions into passive voice, first we must make them into statement word order. Then again we should change it as a question. Otherwise, there may be some mistakes in the word order, so it will cause errors. Does he arrange a party? This is a yes or no question. already the does was there earlier after the subject and combined with the verb arrange. So, when it was a statement earlier, it will be like this. He arranges a party. This is the statement or sentence. We made it as question like this. Now, we change it to the earlier form. He arranges a party. Now, you can change it into passive. Who, he, subject. What does he do? Arrange. It is the verb. But what does he arrange? A party. It is the object. So, bring the object to the beginning, a party, singular and simple present tense. So, the be verb is. A party is the past participle of the main verb arranged by him. He changes as him. Now, it is in statement word order, but it is in passive voice. Again, you have to give answer as the question, as they have given you the question. So, you have to answer it as a question. So, for yes or no question, we bring the helping verb or the main helping verb or the be verb to the or a modal verb to the beginning of the sentence or statement. So, here the be verb is should be brought here, and now it is a yes or no question again. Is a party arranged by him? This is a yes or no question again made. Right. This is the WH question. For WH question, as usual, change it to the statement word order, and the WH should remain at the same place. Don't change the WH to other places, it can remain at the same place, and the remaining sentence, remaining question is changed into the statement word order. Why do they buy ornaments? So, the do accompanies with by, it goes after the subject and accompanies with by. So, the why remains at the same place, and they buy the ornaments. Who? They. What do they do? Buy, it is the verb. What do they buy? The ornaments, it is the object. So, bring the object to the beginning after the WH, the ornaments, plural and simple present tense. So, the be verb are plus past participle of the main verb bought. By, they is changed as them. Now, it is changed into passive voice, but not as the question. So, we have to make it again as a question. After the WH, you have to bring the be verb or the main verb after the subject, before the subject and after the WH. Now, why are the ornaments bought by them? So, the are is brought here and the question is made again. Next one. Why are they hiding the books? Right. So, bring the are after the subject. The why is remaining at the same place. Why? They are hiding the books. It is in present continuous tense. Who? They. What are they doing? Hiding. What are they hiding? The books. So, the books is the object here. So, the object is brought here, the books, plural and simple present continuous tense. So, the be verb are, it is continuous or progressive. So, we should add being plus past participle of the main verb hide, hidden. The books are being hidden by them, but not, it is actually not in the question order. So, we have to make it again to the question order. So, bring the be verb before the subject. So, are is brought here. Why are the books being hidden by them? Now, it is the perfect question order. Present perfect. The first one is yes or no question. Have the children finished the work? Have the children finished the work? It is yes or no question. The answer is yes or no. So, yes or no questions should be changed as statements. The have goes after the subject who, the children. So, the have goes after the children, and now it is in the statement word order, and now we are going to change it into the passive. Who, the children. What have they done? Have finished. What have they finished? The work. So, this is the object. Bring the object to the beginning, the work. It is singular. So, for present perfect we should use has been. Already the main verb is in past participle. So, finished, has been finished by the children, by the children. Now, it is in statement word order. We have to make it as the question, yes or no question again. So, the modal verb or the helping verb should be brought to the beginning to make the yes or no question. So, the has is brought here. Has the work been finished by the children? Now, it is the perfect yes or no question in passive voice. Here are some examples, some activities for you. They are in simple present tense. You can try them out. Vidya waters the plants every day. Who? Vidya. So, subject is Vidya. What does she do? Waters. What does she water? Is the answer, the plants. So, the object is the plants. Plural at the same time in simple present tense. So, the be verb is are. The plants are the past participle of the main verb. It is a regular verb, watered by Vidya. Adverb of time, every day. The second one, Shanta prepares cake. Who? Shanta. What does she do? Prepare. What does she prepare? The cake. So, the object is cake. Singular and simple present tense. So, the be verb is cake is past participle of prepare is prepared by Shanta. The third one, we don't send letters. Who? We. What do we do? Don't send. What do we send? Letters. So, the object is letters. The object is brought here, letters. Plural and simple present tense. So, the be verb is are plus not aren't. The past participle of the main verb is sent by we changes as us. The third one, yes or no question. The does goes after the subject and joins with drive. So, now the statement is he drives a car. When we change it, what does he drive? A car. Singular, simple present tense. So, car is past participle of drive is driven by him. It is the statement, but here they have given you as yes or no question. So, I have to change it as yes or no question. So, bring the is to the beginning. So, now the question is a car driven by him? So, are you clear about that? For questions, we have to make them as statements, and again change them into questions. This is a WH question. The where can remain at the same place. So, where the do goes with find and the remaining is you find it. So, when I change it into passive, what do you do? Find verb. What do you find? It. The object is it here. So, it. Simple present tense, singular. So, it is past participle of the main verb found by you. I have to make it as a question. So, bring the is to the beginning. Where is it found? Now, this is the question in the passive voice. Right. This is for present continuous or present progressive. The dog is chasing a cat. Who or what? The dog. What is it doing? Chasing. What is it chasing? A cat. So, the object is a cat. Singular and present continuous. So, is being. The past participle of the main verb is chased. The cat is being chased by the dog. The second one, they are painting beautifully. Who? They. The subject is they. What are they doing? Painting. The beautifully says, how are they painting? What are they doing? Painting. What are they painting? The answer is not here. But we can assume an answer for the verb painting. What are they painting? It may be a picture or wall or something else. So, they are painting the wall. I can assume it is a wall. They are painting the pictures or something else. I can put an object here. They didn't give you the object. So, we have to put an object. I put it the wall. They are painting the wall beautifully. I assume so. So, the wall singular present continuous. So, is. If I put the subject as the pictures, if it is in plural, I have to put are. The verb be verb is decided depending on the subject. So, here it is singular, the wall is singular. So, I put is plus being plus past participle of the main verb painted. Painted by them. They is here, them beautifully. It is an adverb. How are they painting? Beautifully. The third one, he is calling me. Who? He. What is he doing? Calling. Whom is he calling? Me. So, here the object is me. When the object comes as subject here, the me changes as I again, I. For I, present tense be verb is I am. I am being. The past participle of the main verb is called by him. He changes as him here. The being denotes in which sentence the passive voice is. Next one is a yes or no question. Are children writing essays? So, change it as statement word order. Children are writing essays. It is the statement. So, what are they writing? Essays. Plural and present continuous. Essays are being. The past participle of write is written. by children. They are the doers. Now, I have to change it as a yes or no question. So, the be verb should be brought to the beginning, and now the answer is are essays being written. The last one, we are not spending too much money. Who? We. What are we doing? Spending. What are we spending? Too much money. So, the object is too much money. So, bring it to the beginning. Too much money. Money is considered as one unit. So, it will be as singular. So, we use the be verb is. Too much money is, but it is in negative. So, these should be in the negative, is not the being plus the past participle of the main verb. The main verb here is spending. So, the past participle is spent. Too much money isn't being spent by the we changes as us. For present perfect tense, has or have plus been plus past participle is the passive form. First one, she has sold her vehicle. Who? She. What has she done? Has sold. What has she sold? Sold is the vehicle. So, the object here is the vehicle. So, bring the object to the beginning. Her vehicle, singular. So, we should use has been plus past participle sold. Already there is the past participle. Has been sold by. She is changed as her here. The second one, we have just posted the letter. Who? We. What have we done? Just posted. So, the verb is posted. What have we posted? The letter. So, the object is the letter. The letter, singular. So, has been just posted by us. Third one, the government hasn't made an announcement. Who? The government. What has it done? Hasn't made. What hasn't it made? An announcement. So, the object is an announcement. In an announcement, singular. So, we use has, and negative, hasn't been made. By the government. Now, here is an yes or no question. So, change it to the word order. Bring the have after the subject you. You have invited me is the statement. Who? You have invited me. Who have you invited? Me. Whom have you invited? Me. So, the object is me. So, bring the object to the beginning. Me is brought here as the subject and it is I now. I. For I use the verb have. I have been invited by you is the statement. But here they have given you a yes or no question. So, I have to change it as a yes or no question again. So, bring the helping verb have to the beginning. So, the have I been invited by you? This is the question word order. And the last one, when have they watched the film? The WH should remain at the same place and the have should be brought after the subject they have watched the film. So, change the statement first. What have they watched? The film. The object is the film, singular. So, has been watched by them. It is the statement word order. Change it to the question. The WH remains at the same place when. Bring the has before the subject, the film. So, when has the film been watched by them? This is the question. Right, students, I think you have enough understanding on the active voice and passive voice in present tense. Let us continue the past tense in the next session. Thank you very much for watching.